My name is Jill. Before I tell you my story, please like and subscribe. If you do, you'll see a double rainbow outside your window right now. I was born to A-list celebrities. Dad was a famous singer and music producer, while my mom was a top actress and model. My parents loved staying in the spotlight, but I hated it. When I was 5, they took me to an amusement park for my birthday. We were always surrounded by bodyguards, but that day, I requested them to wear some hats and spend some time alone with me. And they did exactly that. But sadly, their disguise didn't work.
Barbara, John, one picture with your daughter. Look here, please, one shot.
Mom! Dad! In order to avoid the crazy cameras, I bolted in the other direction and got separated from my parents. It took them hours to find me. After that day, I avoided going out in the public eye, and soon my parents decided to send me to a quiet town called Cyprus, where no one would recognize me. I stayed there with my aunt, who was an angel, and life went back to normal. Well, it was almost normal, except for my weird neighbor Daniel. He was a total bully and would find the weirdest ways to pick on me. Stop, Daniel! Give me back my books! Nope, not gonna happen. You're gonna have to jump higher than that. Short pants. I threw a shoe at him and it went flying past him, hitting May, my best friend and partner in crime. She was the only one who knew about my family, and together, we would always overpower Daniel. He hated that. Daniel, cut it out, or I'm telling your mom if you keep doing that. May and I were tight as a wolf pack. She was my biggest cheerleader, and growing up with her, I made some of my best school memories. Even when I became the student body president, she remained my #1 person. As for Daniel, he just got more annoying over the years. On the first day of senior year, I was happily welcomed by May at my locker. Hey, bestie. How was your summer trip to Paris? Shh, don't say it too loud. I don't want other people to hear and get suspicious. Right, sorry. I wouldn't want people finding out you're a prodigy daughter of top celebrities. Absolutely not. That would be the worst thing that could happen to me. I would have to move again, and I like this place, so I don't want to leave. Oh no, I don't want you to leave either. It would make me so sad. May and I laughed about it while walking down the hallway, when the book in my hand suddenly got snatched. Daniel! I was beginning to wonder if Satan called you back.
Wow, sarcasm. Did you learn that from this book? Oh, no, wait. It's a love story? Ugh, are you gonna try and put a spell on me to make me fall in love with you?
You wish. Now give that back.
Okay, I'll give it back on one condition.
Not again, Daniel. That's my aunt's book. I really don't want you playing around with it.
I won't, if you promise to meet me after school in the library.
Fine, whatever. Please don't make this lamer than it already is. The day finally passed, and May and I headed to the library. But as we entered, all the lights were switched off, and I just knew it was just another dumb prank Daniel was playing on me. Furiously, I turned to May, who looked equally annoyed. May, will you just head home first? I need to end this once and for all with him. What do you plan on doing? Oh, don't worry. He's gonna get everything he's given me, tenfold. Okay, call me if you need me. I'll finish him off for you. May went home, but just as I reached the school hallway, I saw Daniel standing with my book in his hand. As he turned around slowly, I noticed that he wasn't so bad to look at. Almost too handsome. It made me gag in my head when it crossed my mind, and I snapped back to reality. But Daniel had already noticed me drooling.
That look on your face says you fell for me.
If I had to choose between kissing you or kissing a worm, I would pick the worm.
Who said anything about kissing? Or was that something you were thinking about?
Whatever. Let's just get to the point. Just give me my book so I can leave.
What's the rush? You haven't heard my condition yet.
What do you want from me? I don't want to keep going in circles with you. Just then, Daniel pulled a picture out of his pocket that made my jaw drop. It was a picture of me with my parents, smiling away into the camera. Where did you get this?
That's the wrong question. You should ask, what do I think about this picture? And what am I gonna do with it?
What is it that you want? Money? An autograph? Fame?
Whoa. Nothing of the sort. I just simply wanted to know if it was true. Are you really the daughter of these A-list celebrities?
Yes, I am. These are my parents.
Wow, this is so crazy. I've pretty much known a celebrity my whole life. Now, how will it sound if I date one?
What do you mean?
So here's the deal. I'll keep my mouth shut if you agree to date me.
What? Have you gone completely crazy?
Not crazy, but smart. I just think it'll be great for my reputation to date a hot, popular girl like you. High school will be over in a year and we'll all go our own way. But I want to be remembered as the guy who dated the most popular girl in school. Also, you can't tell anyone about this deal, especially May. She's a blabbermouth, and I want people to believe you're dating me for real, or the whole thing's off.
I just stared at Daniel as he went on and on about his ridiculous idea. Dating him would be like social suicide since he was the most hated guy in school, thanks to his crazy pranks. But what choice did I have? Fine, but it's only for 3 months. I can't date you the whole school year because
you're afraid you'll end up falling in love with me?
Oh, shut up. For the next 3 months, Daniel became my fake boyfriend. We went on dates together to the movies and to the park for picnics, and I even met his family. He would pick me up from home and we'd go to school together, and he would drop me off at home after. The weirdest part was that while we hung out and we were talking to each other more, I started to notice that he was a lot nicer and sweeter than I thought.
Why do you hide your identity?
I just want to live a normal life. I hate being the center of attention. Thankfully, my parents agree. Dating Daniel wasn't bad at all, but the one sad thing was that May hated our relationship. I wanted to tell her about the deal, but I remembered Daniel's warning about not telling anyone, especially her, and I couldn't risk it. Jill, this is crazy. How could you date him? He's a total bully. Have you forgotten how he made our lives hell? I know, but I've come to realize that he's a nice guy, and he likes me too. So this way, he's off our backs now and not teasing us anymore. That's a good thing, right? Stop justifying your dumb actions by making up nonsense. I can't watch this. May didn't speak to me for days after that, and every time I tried calling her, she would say she was busy or not answer my call at all. In all these years of our friendship, this was the first time we'd gone this long without talking to each other. Meanwhile, Daniel and I got closer, and soon our 3 months were over. On the last day of our deal, Daniel invited me to my favorite restaurant and planned a whole surprise for me. And when I saw him in that black tux, my heart started beating faster than a bullet train. He looked amazing.
Wow.
Cheesy much?
I've got to live up to my reputation, right? Always taking you by surprise.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
I just wanted to say that these have been the most amazing 3 months of my life, and I'm glad I found that picture.
Yeah, about that. How did you get that picture?
Does it matter?
Before I could say anything, Daniel pulled me in for a magical dance, and I forgot all about it. And when he dropped me back home, I could feel myself falling for him hard. I didn't want this to be over. I fell asleep with thoughts of Daniel in my head, and the next morning, I woke up to a million phone calls from Mom and Dad. I wanted to call them back, but I was going to be late for school. And just as I entered, the entire hallway was full of students cheering my name and shoving pens and papers in my face, asking for my autograph. Suddenly, someone pushed me and I fell to the ground, and people went crazy taking my pictures. Just then, Daniel rushed to my rescue and took me to the library where May was already waiting for me.
I am so sorry, Jill. I don't know how this happened.
What's happening? I'm kind of freaking out. Don't freak out, but everyone knows your identity now. The school is surrounded by the media. What? How did this happen? Daniel, you did this? No, it was me. I've always liked Daniel, but he always paid you more attention. And I got insecure and I told him everything about your family. I gave him that picture. I thought he would expose you and you'd hate him forever, but instead, he turned around and asked you to be his girlfriend. It hurt me watching you both happy, so I lost it and posted the picture to the school forum. I didn't know things would actually get this crazy. Her words made me sick to my stomach. I can't believe this. I trusted you, May. You were my best friend. How could you?
Listen, Jill, I know you're mad and you have every right to be, but we'll handle this whole situation together.
We? There's no we. You never told me my best friend betrayed my trust and gave you that picture. And our 3 months are over, remember? You got to date the most popular girl in school as you wanted. Now do you want to keep dating me because of all the extra attention on me?
Of course not. It's not like that. I really do care.
I don't want to hear it. Just stay away from me, both of you. And the very next day, I went back to my parents' place. Where am I supposed to go now? This is a disaster.
How about not going anywhere now? You can't hide and run forever, honey. And you've lived away from us all your life. We miss you. Maybe it's time to accept that your life will always be a little different from other people, and it's okay.
Mom was right. I had to get over my fear of the paparazzi. So the next day, I asked my parents to call a press conference. It was our first public appearance together in ages. I've been running away from media attention my entire life, and I can't do that anymore. But I'm not a celebrity like my parents. I just want to be a normal teenager. Everyone deserves some privacy and space, and I hope that people can respect that. The press conference video was received very well online, with many celebrities supporting my statement and calling out the paparazzi for making famous people miserable with their constant hounding. It felt good to take this step and not run away again. I could handle things better now. A few days later, Mom told me I had a visitor, and I went downstairs to find May in the lounge. What are you doing here? Jill, can we talk? No, please just leave. I know I'm the last person you want to talk to, but please don't punish Daniel for what I did. He genuinely loves you. And why should I believe you? Haven't you fooled me enough? Okay, don't believe me, but you owe him a conversation. I don't owe him anything. And why don't you date him if he's so amazing? You two suit each other, a couple of liars. But he doesn't love me, you idiot. He loves you. And I was a fool for trying to ruin that. He's been miserable the past few weeks. Just one conversation, please? Before I could say anything, Daniel had already appeared from behind with a bunch of lilies. This is an ambush, and I could sue you. You know what? I will sue you.
Fine by me. Listen, Jill, I'm sorry for the whole stupid deal, but you have to believe me. I've always loved you. I always annoyed you to get your attention. The deal was just a way to get you to date me. I couldn't care less about being popular. I know it's twisted, but it's true.
Why couldn't you just tell me all this and ask me out like a normal person?
I know. I didn't say I'm not stupid, but I'm really crazy about you.
His words melted me as he inched closer. I could feel my heart beating faster.
Could we maybe start from the beginning? And I ask you out like a normal person?
No conditions?
Well, only one. Can I kiss you already?
He did, and it was perfect. And me? You still have a long way to go before I forgive you. But let's just start by grabbing some coffee.